Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Box of Chocolates here, man. You know, today is Sunday. It's a beautiful day to be with the family, uh, to spend, to relax, go to church if you went to church this morning, this afternoon, whatever. Uh, it's just a beautiful day outside. I wanted to hop on here today and just give my thoughts on the difficulty of being in the dark when everything seems to be falling apart, especially when you lose somebody. March 26, 2025, I lost my mom. She passed away. She passed away due to pancreatic cancer, and the months leading up to that, and a little bit after, it has been some of the darkest, toughest times of my life. It's never easy. Everybody handles things differently. I have 4 sisters, and we're all handling it a lot different than one another. It's not easy to deal with it and to experience someone you love passing away, leaving to the other side. And yeah, it was really hard seeing my mom go through those stages of grief. And she had to be the one bearing the weight of going to the other side, right? Getting herself ready, those conversations she had to have with herself, with the big man upstairs, with Christ. She really had to accept it, and my mom was going through denial phases and a really hard time trying to accept it, till she was finally, like, her last day. She was just like, I'm ready to go. You guys are holding me back, they're waiting on me. And it was really tough, and it has been. So I know if anybody's going through some hard times, whether you lost somebody, you're going through personal depression issues, or you're feeling weak, addictions. I'm not afraid to admit it. I am fully addicted to marijuana. I love to smoke and chief, and I've been doing it for, man, I can't even tell you. I'm 31 right now, and I started really young. I started around, I don't even want to get into the age, but it was pretty young compared to most. One second. Let me turn off the radio. But it was one of the hardest, it's been one of the hardest things to do, because I have left behind like tough drug addictions, and I done a lot of different drugs, variety of them, and nothing has been harder for me than just to leave marijuana alone. Like, I struggle with it. Like, I love to smoke all day, every single day. I love to go ahead and chief, and for a variety of reasons. It relaxes me, creativity. I've gotten used to it where it lets me eat, whatever, any excuse. I love to just be able to go ahead and smoke a little bit. So I know it's not easy when you're going through anything, any shape or form. So I've been trying to control my urges and not really smoke weed for the wrong reasons. I don't want to really lean on it and feel like I need an external source to be able to handle that. Anything that the flesh wants, those temptations. And for me, it's more of a control thing. I want to smoke it when I want to, and if I'm ready. But right now, the most important thing that I have been actually leaning on, it has been my faith. There's a lot of people that won't believe for their reasons, but I've seen and enough where I prayed for people and those prayers have been responded to. Uh, I have so much faith in Jesus Christ because I have been able to keep my head above the water, way above the water. I've been able to walk on water, the watery ocean of emotions and depression and being in the darkest spots. I've been, really close to faith, and it's crazy the story how I got into it because I was never a faithful man. I remember my mom, she baptized me Catholic, and that's all I knew was just like, I was baptized as a baby, and every time my mom said, go to church, do your first communion, I would always be like, Mom, I don't need to go to church because I believe in God. That's good enough. My body is a temple where I can just pray to. So I was never close to faith. Even growing up as a kid, I would deny it, and I would think it was cool to claim satanic shit where my dumb friends, lost doing drugs, drinking, doing the worst things that a teenager should have never been doing in the first place. So it was extremely difficult, and I went like, dude, I don't need to be Catholic. But it's crazy how a full circle came around where now I am faithful, and I am trying to get closer to my Catholic religion. As a Christian, a lot of Christians are gonna be like, oh, Catholics this, they're not real, like you guys pray to Virgin Mary and saints. I just want to make one thing clear: Jesus Christ is King, and it all revolves around Christ himself. Doesn't matter what you guys think of the Virgin Mary, the saints. The main character doesn't be Christ. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Jesus is the whole thing in the rosary. People think about praying to Mary. It's just like if I ask you to pray for me, right? We're asking Mary to pray for us, and they think there's no power. How is there no power behind the woman, the queen who birthed Jesus Christ? So, everybody's gonna find their moments. Mine was finding it in the stillness and silence. Stillness and silence has been my best friend. Like, I love to pray every day now. Leaning on my faith has really had me focusing on the way I react to things, the way I treat people. Not perfect. I haven't mastered it, but I'm at least acknowledging my wrongs. It doesn't mean that I've totally got over my mom passing away. She just passed away this year, and she was my best friend, and she was my everything as well. It was my mom, my partner, my daughter, but now I put God first. I put Christ first before my loved ones, and me leaning on Christ has really lightened up the load. Like, it's not all on my shoulders, and I have not felt alone. I feel strong. I feel in love. I feel cared for. Like, in the midst of where people break when they lose somebody and they don't know what to do, I've been able to be guided to faith, love, and Jesus Christ. And that's coming from somebody who did not believe in it. I believed everything. I believed about aliens. I believed about the most craziest thing but Christ. And now I truly believe, you guys, everybody's going to find their way in what they love and what's going to help them. And I just hope that you really open up your heart to a higher power, preferably Jesus Christ. But I hope you lean on something that can take that weight off. And you're not alone in this world. I love you. I hope you're all doing well. And I wish nothing but success, blessings, more life, and, Christ in your life, you guys. So it's not a scary world out here. We don't have to be alone. I love you guys. Boston Chocolates out.